My never I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there. I see them yopo.
This matter is got to do with a year abrantie we are your friend. Godfred Dame. Obi yina sum no ntie the danger ahead of Ghana. Godfred Dame is the Attorney General of Ghana. And in the history of the Republic of Ghana, asama abeda ho ende a efa eye NDC abreso yesi NDC for ekra ambulance. Na ambulance no kra no mo kra no ebi amba inti Ghana boka 2.37 million euros. 2.3 million euros. Na eye NPP aban we besi so no na Attorney General Godfred Dame say wahwehwa sedum hu say eye atoforsen sa time no na odi anim na omo procure and say omo sign contract omo de to sa ambulances we no no Godfred Dame de waye nhwehwemu aye nkyekirem aye allegation say hu say atoforsen ene nipa ba miense bi omo ka no ho no omo di aye de Ghana sika nti wachi sankofo nyina akogina de akogina court na adikudie nti odama akogina court nyina ne say osesa sankofo no edi Ghana dwirem asam no court na asam no ewo court ayeka ema kodu pempenso bi ema bebi asam na kodu no ama Ghana fo nyina abohu kakra because awoba eye the Attorney General ana eye nipa ohwe Ghana mraso Minister of Justice Sebio Ekufuado eneyi eto ne nsa efre no also tell say Godfred Dame bebi a osua ne law eye Nanado Danko Ekufuado law firm Ekufuado ene tete no se lawyer also tell say Nanado Danko Ekufuado oni certificate or the certificate ayira ebe sin there from 1963 ebe sia Ekufuado enhu ne classmate da the certificate na ayira na ebe sin de Ekufuado hu ye Nanado Danko Ekufuado entumi mbo nipa ba ku mienu oni omo practice law ewo France ana UK ana tena classroom ebe sin ne Yenya mame fonka mama Nana Kuredo Ajima Rollins catch Ghana for around the 90s say Nanado Danko Ekufuado a third class economic student on to Minko Law School. Nanado Danko Ekufuado on the man or the papa certificate ebe be a law firm. Ena nipa bi te say Godfred Dame ekọ hoso kusua ade ewo Nana Ekufuado na ase. Inti ende asama esi a Ghana fo nyina abohu eyo mo wanwa say Attorney General of Ghana and they are chino ogina eye de phone so a adea eni say lawyer penyini ye no oye now asemi akopie court ya and ehu tape epia bontene ema Ghana fo nyina hu adea Attorney General eye Godfred Dame ehye eye kuntuna se ana ohye esumu ye no abeda edi eye asantiri betie ne to apai na asem no eye abonwono eye abofono eya asemo asebio so ye Ghana ni na wadwene ye adwuma na sebio ofare ade na sebio ye kan wanim na wodwene a so ye panyina na so ye akora asem no wote a ana se wote ensema Godfred Dame e kan wo tape so e kire nipa sebio ye friend accused third accused ye kaso be accused obi a sebio ye de asema to no so a oyi ne ho ano enti Godfred Dame e na Ghana lawyer panyini and also or the atoforsen any nipa miense bi akogina court na sankofo no e wo so mo be yi omo ho ano every say ono na adwini mu no ene sebio emra wosua na e kire se o mabo Ghana kro no enti technically uhwema Godfred Dame de enka oni sankofo na ye de asemato omo so no oni omo ni twaka oba emremu a se court ana lawyer e de obi gina court a ansa na nipa ni gina court kra no lawyer ba ko no ne be kasa no oni sa nipa be kasa so oni ne lawyer kasa e bia de make na am confused so de me ko gina court a na se o pese wo Attorney General wo Ghana Attorney General lawyer penyini oni me wo court na me lawyer wo ho na se ye pie free court a Ghana mra kokuruko no a ebo edien eba emra efa emra ho no e kire se Attorney General kura ni ho kwan eye asema ya hye ewo parliament a krata Ghana fo ye de ensa hyasia eyemra se asem wo court fundamentally se ye pie free court dem a Attorney General person de make sakura or so frame lawyer ansa na oni medi nkomo Attorney General ni ho kwan se oni me be meeting etiamra Attorney General ni ho kwan po se Attorney General kwa ba party birthday party na bia mo ho a attorney general no kra no opa party no onko ase obefiri ho efiri se ompese obe create any impression se sa nipa na one ne wo court no ope kotikwa bi ne nakasa agena adwene ana aka asem ya to ne tirim ana se aka asem etia mra ama ekopie court a akoye wentwi inti Ghana mra ne kire se attorney general du ko gina court a eni se attorney general no kasa abra o lawyer ni ho the cardinal law eno sa mra na obi antumi fa ne nsanka ete se emedwaye ene mbemedwaye bema nkom medwaye emma so enko bemedwaye natural rule. Now asem no court ene edidim de akopie ni se papa we your friend no papa we your friend Johnny Kulendi oye judge owo Ghana Supreme Court ni diabem na edien ena ama ni din aba asem nim yesi attorney general ene nipa attorney general ede asama to no so se Ghana wedi Ghana sika no attorney general ene sa nipa no akohia ewo lawyer judge penyini a ote Supreme Court ni fie ene one. Now edien ene bema attorney general. Okay, so Mr. P, you want me to read this, right? Okay. Me team ne say me ready sa emra we sene be ya asam anase asam ye kan wo ha no Ghana fo nyina be hu ne mra de kire ene infomso anase boni a attorney general edi inti me team ne say men kan sa emra e kire say eni se lawyer panyini ana lawyer bia ene obi be kasa ono soro wa asem hu abra ne lawyer ni ho oba Ghana mre ni mu na sei na kire mama men kan emra no sene be ya obi nkogina bebi nka se Kevin Taylor ebo ni sirim ena wabekin kan sembi a kire Ghana for emra no ba ku ni o kan LI na ene ye Ghana mra. This is what the LI says. Legal profession, professional conduct and ethics, rule 2020. Now, rules 2020. Inti sa mra we ye mra ewo Ghana mrem. Eye sebio senior ewo se lawyer bia ebo eye de ehye ne ho so edi mra so entieti ankofo fa ahode ene Ghana mra so. Inti we ene bo Ghana mra ho ban. So you lawyer, or you judge, or you be a udimra, ewo quarter. Samra way, and no Bible, and as no any rules I would do so. So from Imra we are a bimu crowd to Miko Fiase. If you say a Ghana Imra, yase. Now, LI 2423, this is what it states. 2. A lawyer shall not, in the course of representing a client, communicate the subject of the representation to a person that a lawyer shall not, in course of representing a client, communicate the subject of the representation to a person that lawyer knows to be represented by another lawyer in the same matter, unless the lawyer has the consent of the other lawyers or is authorized to do so by law or an order of the court. Almost say Ghana mranich say. Sa asem wo court a edi se attorney general de atoforce ngina court no Ghana mra kire se atoforce anase attorney general oni wo kwan se oni atoforce betena table wedi nkomo 1-1 ana 1-on-1 abra atoforce lawyer ni ho. The only way obetuma side ne se e kire oni atoforce lawyer di nkan di nkomo ema omotie omo ho ase se sebio nkomo a woni atoforce ni kodi no ana nipa na me representing no minimum san nkomo no hu bi ena minimum de mu kodi ho nkomo ana se e kire court na ahye ana court na ama ho kwan se e bia wo attorney general wo betumi ni atoforce edi nkomo abra ne lawyer nim eno de but se court in share ye dia na se wo ye lawyer panyini a wo ye attorney general Ghana ye nim se unim mra unim de wagwe sa de ma wo nyine gu tim na ye sure say enya de a wo bebu samra we so. It means say untumi ni nipa no ending nkomo electronically, by phone, by mails, by letter, by anything. The only time obetuni nipa de nkomo no e kire wo frɛ nipa ne lawyer no e ma de betirem ana o ma ne ya aware say uni nipa no be di nkomo. We LI 2423. Now ko anima emra no se na etie. or say, a lawyer who is acting on behalf of a party in a matter other than in relation to a case in court shall not communicate directly with the other party for whom, to the knowledge of the lawyer, another lawyer is currently acting, unless a notice of intention to communicate with the other party has been given to the lawyer representing that party and the lawyer has failed after a reasonable time to respond to the notice. Almost say Attorney General Crab say anka one ebia obi a wo court a wode asema to no so edi nkomo na say o pekwan bi so kra ebia e kire wa contact atofos lawyer be 3-4 times na nsanka no anase on respond enu kra mpo na ebia nko betumi ejina so aka say o lawyer na me try say me ne be kasa ebia imprensia mentene nka intim asem na mpesa nka mebusa wo enu de obetumi ejina saa de so aka say but the moment I went to Mianko through Sa Nyomano, Attorney General ni ho kwan say obi a one ne wo court a sebio oni ni di asem say obu asamato no so no one no kra ebetwetwe nkomo abra ne lawyer ni ho. B. The communication is made for the sole purpose. B. The communication is made for the sole purpose of informing the other party that the lawyer I has been unable to obtain a reply from the lawyer of the party, and I request that party to contact the lawyer and the lawyer notify that other lawyer of the communication. C. The other lawyer consent, or D. The circumstances are so urgent as to require the lawyer to communicate with the other party. Now, communication relating to the service of a lawyer. It says, a lawyer shall not make a false or misleading communication about another lawyer or the service of another lawyer. Almost say, Emra ebo Ghana, Emra ho ban ne kire say. Eni se lawyer bi a kan trofa lawyer foforo bi ho fa eye de enkomo a omo ba bedi anase omo ne omo de omo client edi. Wo ye lawyer na okotwa ntro eto lawyer foforo so say ai na me pese me ne abrante edi nkomo na enso me frɛ lawyer we na omfa me hwehwɛ na me hu no me call office na oni ho eni ntina me twa ne boy na emra ne kire say eye utia mra say obeye sa. Na oba eye asew na A communication is false or misleading if the communication B. That's 2A. A communication is false or misleading if the communication A contains a material representation of facts or law, or B. omit a fact necessary to make the statement considered as a factual whole other than materially misleading. Mr. S. Now, sir, oko eye asie ho na ehon na hia pa me mfa nko soro da me nkyerɛ bibu. Besides, that's it, right? Now, yeah, will be a friend. Solicitation of clients. 15.1. A lawyer or a law firm shall not personally or through other means of communication solicit for professional employment from a... Mr. S, are you going to get me the other page? Do you want us to stick with this? So kind a year legal profession and as a professional conduct and ethics rules na 2020 na a chepefe say Attorney General ni ho kwan say obi a odina ko gina court bia no oni nipa ne bedi nkomo directly. Attorney General eni ho kwan say oni nipa no ebe share information. Attorney General ni ho kwan say obefre nipa no enne di asem e wo court no ho nkomo. Attorney General ni ho kwan post obefre nipa no phone so. Anaso obeka che nipa no se fa material bia e fa asem no ho brem ye ka material a e bia book, document, e bia video ana any material evidence ye di asem no. Attorney General ni ho kwan say obefre sa nipa ka say oh asebesi misrawo oh sa document no fa bre me Attorney General abra me pese me prosecute no emra ne kire say oh ye lawyer wo nyesa. The only way Attorney General betuma yesa ne say I was ofre atofos lawyer na okacha atofos lawyer say me here exhibit bi na wo bi na atofos lawyer de bre no na Attorney General ni so ofre atofos ni di nkomo say ato na lawyer ho oni won tina me fra ofie me pese otam document we bra basa na attorney general wabu emra so. In fact, yebetumi ebu an for yebetumi apam no obetumi kura kode fiase because mra yahye no Ghana. Now, the interesting thing about this whole issue in say the interesting thing about this whole thing in say may try say obi to say afenyo marking ebeka asem we bi sena mo ha na mo kai say me ye afenyo marking ono say a lawyer or ye NPP for penyini or parliament mo kai say afenyo marking pedophile case na abrantie bi eye afenyo marking girlfriend na or ye abrantie bi ex-wife ni nua be me friend JJ koyi ni kwoti ekoto eye oba no nemma enum afenyo marking instead say afenyo marking be frɛ Bema na oni oba no court no lawyer no afenyo marking efa phone efre bema no mo ka say me bo tape no ha sa ade no alone or sanka afenyo marking the license yeji ya record afenyo marking ebo wa ha e ka kire Ghana for say den na Ghana mrem afenyo marking etumi frɛ a client directly without contacting the client's lawyer and threatening the client, and that is what they are doing in Ghana. And then end up pay attorney general nepunano. Now, moment ka attorney general asamono. There are some way dangerous. Hunne say. Near tia ena attorney general. Ene atoforsen. Ene omo maka omo ye dien. Omo ye accused people. Eko jina court so omo di asamono. Emu ene yakote say. The accused persons no ba ko ye frɛ no the Richard. Eka kire attorney general court say. Boss, member tata me ha. Now yes, obe tata me abe force me se me ntwa ntra. De wo mu nyina meka. In fact, Richard no eka kire judge a ote asem no so and judge na ote asem so no onie. Ye frɛ no Justice Efia Sewa Asare. De Boche. Maami we ena ti case no so. Enti accused number 3 no eka kire maami we se madam. Asem na metia attorney general Godfred me or prosecute me no. Deɛ ɔkeka kyerɛ mo court ano wanhwɛ yi a nsɛm yi a esisi a na mempɛsɛ mɛka ho asɛm mempɛsɛ medi tro mempɛsɛ mɛfom mmranti medi ahyɛ mo no sɛ wenjai atro na otwitwa no court a mɛka ɛma yɛ nyinaa yɛhu deɛ ɛkɔ so behind the scenes ɛma abranti friend Richard ne ka kyerɛ maame we sɛ madam in fact moma ne nkɔ ɛyɛ court nwuma mu sɛ ɛndɛ meka sɛ Godfred Dame or attorney general Magana or prosecute me say me di Ghana scano or no Godfred Dame no or Shem wo sumase catch them say me can tro Emma at Edian at forcing enco jail na men coffee. Emma Brantian Sakan or court to catch the judge we say Asema mekano me won jina so evidence me were tapes. Ena metumi ama adia dance say me ena me record attorney general ena nyam pre baako enyam pre mienu eboro imprensa text message phone calls any dwiri ma attorney general edi no osuma se a opese me twa atoro eto atoforce so enti maame we na na case so anasa odan ho case so oka say enya court emfa nkon wumam. That means say court take notice of the statement. It is a mamu we judge case now. All these statements should be part of her reasons at the end of the day to judge the case. It's on to me and ignore these things when she is at the end of the day writing her judgment, because these are all parts of the case. Mama Refi. Now, emu any say Godfred Dame abe release his statement to say, eye asama eye Richard. Or yet accused no eka no court no asem no onim ho hwe na bebie ni woda e wo Ghana ha ono ene Richard no edi nkomo whether phone so whether edien eye efie anase ohun in person or say bebie ni wo a e wo Ghana ha obi betumi de nsesi ne bo a kire se ono Godfred Dame one eye third accused no ehia edi nkomo da. They na third accused Richard na eka asem we no at the same day na attorney general beka che Ghana for nyina say Richard boa na de na wanwa hwirem wasem no say time Richard ni raise asem no court eka che judge say attorney general Dame ogina ha yi sa na oye na attorney general ankasa Attorney General pie free court no and obetro nwoma de ma Ghana for say kwasi ampe dis Paul Adomo Chimbe kan kire Ghana for say asem na Richard kan court no wan respond to court but obe respond to abontene say e ya tro entiende ya sorry and na NDC for say omonsa aka eye Attorney General all tata eye nipa onu momde na kogina court say we di Ghana sika no esa aka che nipa say ontwa tro na otwa tro na ono de obema na kɔ na atofo sen na sebio ono Godfred Damini Ekufuado ne MPP for omoni sano because atofo sen omonim so onya hwe bombe so mchiri tufiase enti eye ono Richard na oye third accused no onka court na onkan semia ebema atofo sen ho akire na ontumi enyi ne ho mfiri asem nim enti say u ready eye thank you Mr. S Attorney General ni statement o release ya asama okan ni na baby na ehu wo na asem no mu no enie time eye Richard ne ka asem no court na Attorney General ba fie no ono so response obema enie now mame enlarge na ready eye point 2 no so o hwe eye paper na e screen so na o hwe ase wona ya chro get me please o hwe so na ya chro I'm trying to straighten this Republic versus Kissel Ato Eheford and 2 others false allegation by third accused person against Attorney General. Attorney General released statement way after Richard Nekano court to say Attorney General tatano or force his own catro and to Ato forcing so. Now Attorney General statement to release here the baby na hu asama okan enie or say the Republic has never required or desired the cooperation of any of the accused persons in the matter in which it has already succeeded in establishing a prima facie case against all accused persons. Neither the Attorney General, neither the Attorney General nor any officer from the office of the Attorney General has approached any of the accused persons with the view to obtaining evidence from them. Attorney General statement, ordinance say sinibo say eye ono Attorney General anase ne deputies ene omo ye dwuma Attorney General office no oka esimu pi akire Ghana for say asema Richard kan court no oboa ono Attorney General anase any office colleagues omo Attorney General's office no obi ni wa one accused no kredi nkomoda obi ni wa wa send text message akoma accuse any of them obi ni wa wabusa accuse ni say omo ma omo information bi a omo be use against the atoforcing Attorney General ono ankasa na no asema oka kire Ghana nie. These are facts and these are statements coming from atoforcing Attorney General Godfred Dame. Now it is up to the person who raised that allegation in court to prove say Attorney General someone cannot say on in the incomo on the information on conscience on kodi atro and to force and so no it is up to Richard or your third accused no to tell Ghana and the court and prove to Ghana and the court and then say he was not lying because remember time Richard what's the second name time Richard no erase the issue no court no Jakpa time Richard Jakpa a release issue no issue no court no or catch a judge and say minim sem wo court minim se maswe minim se asema making a tra a bet me makoto efiase enti madam judge fato enwumem se ne be ya debi no obi nka se de mekan no enye no na mekan ye enti nipa na always allegations no court na onim the consequences and it na a judge no so ka se mapene so enti ye de be kan ya de be sha asem nim enti Richard Jack Makacha judge say yemfa nhye ensam we mu se ne be ya debi no de meka no obi nkoje ma no nsibone na emfa me nkodu fiase enti mane nko de enwoma nim enti Richard no Jackpa no it was upon him to prove to Ghana for say eyampa Attorney General Godfred Dame frefre no ema we sia no emprebe miensa aka kire ne se kodi tro ewo court na court embu asem ngu ato force so na wo de yenja oba wo tie adekudi enti asem we nyina wo court ne say Godfred Dame ne Ekufuado ne MPP aban we say ato force ne NDC for ambulance bi also about 3 over 2 million euros sa sika no oma fedi ambulance number into our main focus is to retrieve the money and people who caused the financial loss no be jailed. And there are two things here. Nipa na also go cry ambulance no. So when to me amfamba and also metua sa sika na at the end of the day ye sika ye your mind we boom raso but also betia until we can take the money and whatever has to be done later be done. So nipa na ntuma provide this sika no. Now when to man the reason why I want to provide ambulances now. Sa nipa de betuma jail no. So we had two options. We have so many options, especially when our country, your economy, no, you hear sika chain, ekura. Now this is what happened. Before Richard Jakpa, ebe release the audio. Ama NDC for say, omo fanko chile Ghana for say, asema wakano, Godfred Dame trufo. Godfred Dame Attorney General is a criminal. He's a liar, no. Na MPP for a start echo radio ni TV so. In fact, last weekend your teaser Sami Jemfi ebetro bibi on Facebook say, the media no, the MPP media no, Attorney General no agada omo. MPP for agada omo say omo nko kan sem bintum fremem. Say asema Richard Jakpa akan court no, atro na Attorney General ne de onye boni bia. Yete ya na MPP for obi etisana na bi jimie adokoro no. Okasa onwene no obetena radio so keka nsem bebre sa time no na the audio the Richard Jakpa eka so be release no nyen release ye na muntie na bi asema okeka no radio so.
Attorney General has never who messages on Attorney General phone so Japan are sending the message, and this was way back. I sending message say a person was sharing privately, and none of the messages I was sending Attorney General reply even one. Not even one. Attorney General would not have met this man anywhere. Say go nim. Or not there innocently or call Supreme Court Judge Fia Kwakosano. And also a court say he is no longer going to engage in a lawyer. He has never who messages on Attorney General phone so Japan are sending a message, and this was way back. I sending message say a person was sharing privately. And none of the messages I was sending Attorney General reply even one. Not even one. Attorney General would not have met this man anywhere. Say go nim. Or not there innocently or call Supreme Court Judge Fia Kwakosano. And also a court say he is no longer going to engage in a lawyer.
So this is Nana B. Muntien ye. Oko radio sono. Ose odwanga se di ni. Akan messages Attorney General Godfred Dame phone so. Now some message, so he's confirming say there's been a communication which is not supposed to be done between Attorney General and the accused. It is an be no matter as say Emrana mekan say obi wo court na the lawyer can one was Attorney General and lawyer ne kasa no eni so ne sa accused ne kasa na na bi me ati as say ono de nani o se ono na kan Attorney General phone so and said there has been a phone conversation chat. Nana B say the ohu Attorney General and responded to Richard Jakpa. These are factual statements. Into one, Nana B ame ati say ono de Godfred Dame the phone actually no. I'm going to confirm actually say the cardinal sin no Godfred Dame has committed by having a conversation with the accused. Not through his lawyer, but directly with the accused. And why establish that fact? According to see, Godfred Dame message, accused the natural break of Godfred Dame. Godfred Dame did not respond to even one of the messages. See, Godfred Dame did not do what? Godfred Dame did not respond to even one of the messages. That is true. Now, Nana B, as I can say radio soon. Osaka Chas Antifo Radio no say Godfred Dame de na okwa kosra Yoni Kulendi, a Supreme Court judge onimum poda say obekwa akoto accused number 3 no ho Richard Jakpa no Yoni Kulendi fie. These are 3 factual statements from NPP party. Sa party way the Nkrantia People's Party, national youth organizer, and I've the national organizer. He made 3 emphatic statements. 1, he made us know, say, there has been some communication and that Attorney General did not respond. 2, and that the Attorney General at the end of the day went to a Supreme Court judge's house and met Richard Jakpa. And 3, he said the Attorney General did not respond to any of the messages that the third accused sent him. These are 3 factual statements. Now, you're dealing with this before we go to the next one. These are conversations between Attorney General and Richard Jakpa, the third accused. And these are some of the evidence the NDC put out today. As you can see, voice call on the 23rd of November 2023, 1 minute voice call from Richard to Godfred Dame. Bro, the case is adjourned to next week, Thursday. The man is still on admission fighting for his dear life. Attorney General responded and said, okay, thanks. There's a communication there. Attorney General has gone against the law. The moment Attorney General responded to the third accused, it does not matter what they talked about, but whatever they talked about is indirectly or directly linked to the story. The Attorney General has committed a crime. He has gone against the ethics of the law, of the job. So the Attorney General, who is supposed to know better, at the end of the day, is communicating with an accused person. He, the Attorney General, is prosecuting on behalf of the government of Ghana. Now, this is another conversation between the Attorney General and the accused without the knowledge of the accused's lawyer. Now, voice call, 26 minutes between Attorney General and Richard Jakpa, who at the end of the day picked the call. It was Godfred Dame. The conversation lasted for 26 minutes. That was on Tuesday, 9th April, 2024. For 26 minutes, the Attorney General was on phone with the accused person. Mutie na nabi. Osi wakoshe Attorney General phone so Gani Fidi Gadochi. Who any correspondence from the Attorney General. The Attorney General never replied. The accused person. But this is a WhatsApp chat which shows to say Attorney General Godfred Dame and the third accuser he is prosecuting. They sat on phone without the knowledge of the third accused lawyer for 26 minutes, almost half an hour. What were they talking about? We will hear. So you can see voice call 2 minutes and then other stuff followed. Nanabi said Attorney General and responded that to the third accused, but he spoke with the third accused for 26 minutes. This is another conversation between the Attorney General and the third accused. Mr. S. Thank you. So let me clarify this. The call you are seeing, the 26-minute call, no, it was Godfred Dame who called the accused, though. It wasn't the accused who called Godfred Dame. Godfred Dame that did the phone, Richard Jakpa. Into the social top now, lawyer Godfred Dame, on the fresh call, no. And yet, Jakpa no mum the fresh Godfred Dame. Godfred Dame who is supposed to know the law, no, ohum rano, we boom rano so. Me catch them last week, say Godfred Dame. Isankuma, and all those people you are saying, majority of them, they shop for judges. I know what I'm talking about. They are not good lawyers, so they do what? They shop for judges, and they decide what case they win. Godfred Dame as the Attorney General, and offer on the phone, and then impemu be any name, a free accused person. 26 minutes needing come out to send a girlfriend. Abra accused person or a one lawyer. Abra Ghana mrana chere say oh lawyer now yes sir we bumbra obetima ko jail. What makes it even crazier is the Attorney General doing that, because you expect that the Attorney General knows Ghana mrana. Now there is also another conversation from Godfred Dame and the head accused. 3 conversations on the 16th of February 2022. Hope to hear favorably from you. This is 2022. Until all the way back in 2022, 2023, now Attorney General was calling accused all the way 2022, all the way 2024, or the whole from every night without the consent of their lawyers. I will arrange through your brother. Thanks. Hope to hear favorably from you, say. And then Godfred Dame responded by saying that he will arrange. When somebody say, I will arrange, it means ono na ebe den ebe bo kwan na to ono na ebe kire bebi ebe hia bebi ebe tena enti na bi ka kire wo say Godfred Dame ekok Yoni Kulendi of efie no na Attorney General nima monka kire na bi say bebi a obeda no musuo bia nsuo no nku no because o twantro because chat no is showing clearly say Godfred Dame is the person who was arranging or who arranged some meeting no. And for the third accused to go to Yoni Kulendi's house, Yoni Kulendi ni fear zoo, Yoni Kulendi ni fear public park, you need permission to come there. You need a reason to go there. So for the third accused to go there, for Godfred Dame to also go there at the same time, there should be an arrangement. Meaning Godfred Dame had arranged for that meeting. Now, this is what they do in Ghana. And they be amkachamo. And you'll be on TV so kase be the name say be abodam. Now, Paul Adomotri. Now me and we didn't know the person or the bedru hande and nearly a Godfred Dame wama Ghana for you know Godfred Dame a crom 4. Now he does not deserve to be the Attorney General of Ghana. It was a Paul Adomotri enemy who ye. We didn't know. Tough day now a Richard Jakpa. E kan o court say Godfred Dame e frefre no eni di nkomo say oma emetwan Toronto atofo senso no Richard Jakpa in court. He did not mention Yoni Kulendi's name. He just made an open statement say if you people don't stop what you are doing, I will tell the court what is happening behind the scenes, the suppression and the intimidation. Godfred Jakpa Richard Jakpa kasa o court no. He did not mention Yoni Kulendi, a Supreme Court judge's name. He didn't do that. He did not even go into the specifics. Neatia Adetiana Paul Adomotri eba TV so. And Paul Adomotri beka chire mene will say, oh, Judge na Richard Jakpa can answer na one body na Yoni Kulendi. In Sambia na ye nimuno Paul Adomotri. Sa drug addict ya or no and a coffers and some nearby. Now, Muntie, this junkie, Muntie no. I want you to people to know Sanko Foi, Omuna Debi almost say Ghana no, and they don't deserve to live around us. They are demons. On say, a Korean team no, ye nyabutra, Sanko Siafo the best no. Now, listen to Paul Adomotri.
So, there's talk about a judge that, according to the story that Sami Jefi told Joy FM, that where did he meet him? He met him in a judge's house. This is the conversation that they had. This is it. This is the story. The judge in question is his great lordship, the most respected Justice Yoni Kulendi. And what is wrong with Godfred Dame goes to Justice Yoni Kulendi to meet with Jakpa and tells him what he has to tell him. Jakpa is the one asking for meetings. Jakpa is the one writing plea bargaining requests to the Attorney General. Jakpa is the one sending the Attorney General text. Now, if they want, the text that Jakpa sent to the Attorney General, do they want us to publish it? It is coming. If Sami Jefi comes on Tuesday, we will be here on Tuesday night. We will publish the text. Jakpa, the text you sent to Attorney General, we will put it on TV. They've told me that even my own I shouldn't put it. This one will put it on. The text you were texting the Attorney General, the things you were telling him, begging that you want the matter, begging, we will publish it. This propaganda should be killed in this country. You are running elections, run elections. Do your campaign. Deal with politicians. Stop the lies. The propaganda, the lies. Every time they are lying, propaganda. That's why we are here. We will not allow it. Whether it's NDC or MPP, we will not allow it. There are some culprits with propaganda. Sami Jefi is one of them. He's the culprit of propaganda. Everything has to be sugar-coated and look like everything he says is to get people to be angry with somebody. That's all their life. They want to say something so that you are angry with somebody. Play the Sami Jefi tape again. Listen to him. Listen to him.
We are not surprised because we've always known that this is a stock in trade of Godfred Dame. This is not a man who is interested in justice or the law. This is not a man who is an Attorney General and Minister of Justice. No. This is a devious character with no honor whatsoever, no respect for justice, no respect for the rule of law, no respect for the rights of accused persons, and who always go about manipulating judicial processes to get his way at all costs. And so we are not surprised at all that today his sins have found him out. We are not surprised at all that he's not a minister of justice.
Social media page tomorrow. Producer, let's do that tonight. Right now when we close, as part of the thing we do post-production, let's put all the letters on our social media page. Every journalist, please, tomorrow morning, just come to Good Evening Ghana Official. Get a letter. Sami James is there. Ask him the question. That does he know that the person that he says met Godfred Dame in Justice Kulendi's house and that he was told that he should try hard and make sure that they can get Atufosin and that he will not be. Will he tell us that this is the same person who has written plea bargaining letters? He has written plea bargaining, letter 1, fail. Letter 2, fail. Now he says, Attorney General, whatever you want, you tell me whatever you want and let me do it. That's what it is. Letter 1, Attorney General says, I'm not dealing with your guy. I'm not dealing with your guy. That's letter 1. Attorney General says, I'm not dealing with your guy. I'm not dealing with deep sea, blue sea, whatever. I'm dealing with accused persons. He comes and says, oh, I'm sorry. The accused persons know about this. They have agreed that and have confirmed. Attorney General says, the terms you brought, I don't want. Then they come and say, Attorney General, you tell us whatever you want, we will do. Anything you want. Because you know why? They are in the court and they've seen the court process. They've seen their submission of no case collapse. And they've seen the prosecution leading them in the track. And they know they have to catch up with the prosecution. Otherwise, something significant is going to happen. This is the story. Nothing more, nothing less. Forget about Sami Jafi's propaganda. He's a nice man. He's my colleague from Christ Embassy. But when he comes to speak politics, let me remind Sami Jafi that Godfred Dame is not on the ballot. Oh. Godfred Dame is not on the ballot. Alhaji Muhammad Dubaumia.
This is where the problem is. So we didn't know until this drug addict, this buffoon who cannot even sleep with his wife in the same bed, this child liquor, this dirty riffraff who does drugs at Asase FM premises. He came on TV. Remember, this guy could not pass his law exams. Odia or chimna and nim rough from no the singing brown because of the hard drugs he does. No, he could not even pass his law exam. Sami Jafi wrote it once and passed. These are filthy, dirty individuals with no credibility, foolish old men pretending to be young boys. So we didn't know anything until Jimmy Weya, Wakot Ghana Airport, and the golden tree, make us a Christmas golden tree, or to me na. He is the one who came to tell us that Yoni Kulendi was the person who basically hosted the Attorney General and Jagba. We didn't know until this fool. And till date, he has not published the text messages. But the NDC, Sami Jafi, they have published text messages, which at the end of the day, we are still waiting for the Attorney General Godfred Dame to say it wasn't his. Now, in Jesia, how they lied to you people. This is how Godfred Dame, how the NPP, thieves, political insects, these termites, this is how they, at the end of the day, they don't respect the rule of law. Now, the audio has been released, and the whole Attorney General of Ghana, on a tape, he was recorded talking to an accused person. And the most astonishing thing is, there was something say, Attorney General Nimu Mrano, Attorney General Nimu Boni, Attorney General Nimse, Ghana, Emra, Sebio law no, Emra bon baino. Attorney General Ejina phone so, any accused person kasa fa kwan bi so, chinchim nensa, ka chere se onko court, na onko di atro. Na de wa asem nyina se Attorney General akra case no ntiase. Now, let's take our time and listen to the conversation between Attorney General Godfred Dame, blackface Godfred Dame who buys judges, Godfred Dame who basically is from a Kufuor's law firm. Remember, Yoni Kulendi is also from a Kufuor's law firm. Alester Matthias, gold for oil, a scandal na Al Jazeera release here, no. They spoke about Yoni Kulendi, who today is a Supreme Court judge. Yoni Kulendi too practiced at Ekufuor's father's law firm. So you need to understand, Godfred Dame, Yoni Kulendi mo, they are what? They are students of Ekufuor's law firm. In Tisawati, Godfred Dame dia, and Godfred Dame using the law, weaponizing the law to intimidate and kill people and falsely prosecuting people. No, it is something that they have been doing for years. And then last week, now me question mo say, Sankofowe, they are Ekufuor's products. Especially Godfred Dame, he started his practice from Ekufuor, Prempe and Co. And that is the place in Ghana. Ope baby, I say, anka ope law drug cartel, law mu cartel, law. Ope obia only certificate, obia wire drug da, obia wire kromfua, wa practice law in Ghana from any firm, Prempe and Co. Because every lawyer that comes from that place has some negative story about them. And Godfred Dame is a typical example of some of the cartels, the disease, the disgrace when it comes to Ghana law, people who practice law in Ghana. Now, Momianko Tie Godfred Dame, Obo Kasa Obrofum, I'll take my time, na mejujum, na Ghana for you baby do as a nation. A cropa pebianka Godfred Dame and Dana Drinka president, no, a release statement saying can resign. But the drug addict who does not have a law certificate, he will not do it. You know why? Because he does not respect you. A crop of manka Ghana law, Ghana Bar Association, come release a statement, disassociating themselves from Godfred Dame, but the leadership are foolish idiots. They think that position is a political position. A kromha sang campaign 40 years on Kumunyansa and the General Legal Council, they have released a statement that Attorney General should step aside and that he should be investigated. But this is the situation we are here. We are seeing political insect, dirty riffraff sitting on radio and TV defending what is indefensible. Nobody in their right senses would defend a criminal Attorney General. What we are seeing, I remember, time I'm in Kennedy Japan case waha, one Ghanaian who is still pursuing Kennedy Japan. Time I call court, that Ghanaian, a politician called me and said, Kennedy Japan, for some reason, will do POB America. And that person wants to do what? File a case, add mine to it, and sue Kennedy Japan. Sani Pano, F.R. Chile, and then the lawyer, F.Fred, me. And I'm a catch me lawyer. The first thing my lawyer said, nobody should contact me without contacting her. When I called my lawyer, I said, this person is a Ghanaian. This person also comes here. He has a case against Kennedy Japan. The person wants to talk to you. My lawyer was like straight and emphatic. Kevin, do not speak to anybody. If anybody needs anything, send my card to me, to the person to call me. Ever since that time, I never had a conversation with anybody. All the things were directed to my lawyer. My lawyer told the day I nipped from a lawyer. My lawyer recorded the time, the second, exact time of Frey day, or recorded conversation or start typing Brem said, this is the conversation I had with this person. So if the court want to have records, these are the things I've done. And that is what lawyers do. My lawyer was angry that why did I even respond to the person? And that the person was supposed to come directly to her. That is what professionalism is. That is people, or these are people who know their job. Now, we are Pachi Ford and Ghana, some of your lawyers. And they have been using the law to suppress Ghanaians. Now, let's go to the audio. Momentie Richard Jakpa. Godfred Dame Freno. Bra or prepare so beko court no. Godfred Dame any the third accused. Ejina phone so. Da na shana man in trose onkoka. Niemfa atuforsen entum. Omoka brofo a na medwedwam. You are still watching with all due respect extended version.
You pay only after the goods have been delivered, because that is also the contract, not so.
Yes, but then the financial instrument for the project is an irrevocable letter of credit. So good. So that credit letter has already been sent.
Hold on, no problem. But in my view, that letter of area, the contract requires that you pay by letters of credit, not so.
Yes, in addition, we should establish it upon the sign of the contract. So already you have paid.
Upon the signing of the contract for every 50 ambulance.
Yes. Upon the signing of the contract for every 50 ambulance, since there was no advance mobilization, advance payment, that LC was a security that you have to establish ahead.
No problem. It's on the contract for every 50 ambulance. Is it the contract for the contract for every 50 ambulance?
Pardon?
Is it the contract for, I'm saying upon the sign of the contract for every 50 ambulance.
Yes.
Is it the contract for the every 50 ambulance?
The contract is for 200 ambulances in tranches of 50.
Good, hold on. So that contract for 50 ambulance is different from this one?
No. It is, the contract is one contract for 200 ambulances, which has been broken down within the contract for every few, you establish LC for every 50 tranche. So you have 4 LCs for the 200 ambulances.
No, that part I disagree with you. But if you look at the terms of the contract, it's quite clear. And it should not be difficult for you to accept, because really it doesn't put you in any problem at all. That does not put you into any difficulty. I don't know the Minister of Health, the Minister of Finance. So for me, if you accept that, and it doesn't put
No,
you in
no.
any
See,
Now,
the problem I have in accepting that for you,
Yeah.
accepting that for you is that in there are letters that confirm that both from government and from our principal, that is for every 50 ambulances. That confirms that. And I'll be tendering those letters in. So I cannot go against what the letters say and the contracts say because I was the agent at that time. Japan Business was the agent.
Hold on. LC's on site. Payment shall be in euros. First, if we said there shall be no advance payment.
Yes.
What does advance payment mean?
What it means is that you are not the supplier was not going to be paid any cash, any money for him to use in procuring all the accessories and everything to manufacture. So the manufacturer will use his own money to buy the ambulance vans, all the accessories from across the globe, with the security from government being the LC. And the LC has conditions precedent.
Hold on. Bridget, does advance payment not mean paying in advance of the delivery of the goods?
They said no advance payment.
Yes, advance payment means that you are paying before the goods are delivered to you.
No, they said no advance payment. Not that there's advance payment. Yes. No advance. Mean that you will not pay.
Yes, until the goods are delivered to you. Also.
Yes.
Yeah, so until the goods are delivered, you don't pay at all.
You don't pay.
Also. So, and then also it goes ahead to say that payment shall be in a free manner. LC is on site of goods. In fact, what is it, even LC on site of goods? What does it mean?
What LC on site of goods means is that when you ship the documents, when you ship the goods, when you ship the goods from your port of origin, the bill of lading of the goods is what you use as
LC on site of goods means means when the goods have been shipped.
They have been shipped.
Not
and then
the goods have been delivered in Ghana.
No, when the goods have been shipped. Because you have gone to do pre-shipment. So what I'm trying to explain is that so you use the bill of lading. You use a bill of lading.
Guys. Where Godfred Dame any third accused, I saw Abogana Chrono. The third accused is explaining the case to the Attorney General. You see, this is the Attorney General who is supposed to know the case, who is supposed to build his own case, who has access to any information he wants, who can demand for any information from any public institution. This is Attorney General who has sat down to analyze the case before going to prosecute. This is the Attorney General on phone now being lectured by the person who he wants to prosecute. Shit. Akata Rebecca, shit. This is the lowest. Mekachire moha. Mrs. Sanko Fowi, omunimumra. Omu YouTube lawyers. I have told you over and over. Conversation out here, no. Na Attorney General Godfred Dame busa eye nipa na ono da ko gina court na open ache ne say na wo esia no contract no net saying and nipa say eye 200 ambulance ni nyina wo one contract but ambulance be 50 which is 4 sets enti contract no even though one contract no 50 set bia eno ankasa documentations eda so if you say we 50 na wo shepo de ba e wo say wo ye nkrata atoso a ebedura na sebio yetua na ese ye release. And Attorney General on Tiasie. Or saying, say, into saying, sign on Yeno. And I was a sign Yeno, baby, I could be a sign Yeno. Documents na ya tratono, a elsino. Your BB, a friend say, a advance payment. No advance payment. In fact, I can't share Marco Cheche Mucha, Attorney General Catchers, Attorney General. Nyabu Tenement Cheche be Muncha, one Tiasie. Attorney General cross our Korean Busa and say, now LC on site, and I saying, this is Ghana's Attorney General. This is a guy who is supposed to be knowledgeable. This is the Attorney General who is supposed to be smart, who is supposed to be intellectually smart, who is supposed to be legally over smart. The Attorney General we expect to say he is abreast of the issues. who has read the document and understood before he can prosecute. The Attorney General now Fred Abrantiano without the lawyer's knowledge and telling the man to lecture him so that in court, what the man says, no, not take you to my change your onka, no muwinia some no bumbungu at force and so. Into Abrantiano can say, oh, a 200 ambulance na John Mahama Musa no modeba. Now within that contract, no ambulance about 50-54. Sa 50-54 no bakubiano L3aked daso. L3aked say Sebio nipa na oye sa nyoma ne de aba no sebio there's not going to be any advance payment into bedru a na nipa no se nyoma na bedru a enam kwan so na eba ene efre bibi eye den LC se enam kwan so na eba ene efre LC into bedru a na afei bank na omo guarantee no into basically no omo sign contract na omo de omo nsa hye krata ase na omo nyina agya tum se nyoma ni bedru ne inspect ni ewu se bibia pepepa ya bema bank instructions no mutia enti sa documentation no eno a separate document ya to contract bia so because untumi nkan kire me say memfa me sika nko ye ambulance memfa nko emfancy eposo abra wo ma me guarantee bia se beduru ametua enti abrantie ne say there was nothing like advance payment. Do the job, send the ambulance e beduru the necessary documentations will automatically activate itself. Now, the government through the Ministry of Finance, a check is written and they declare it. Attorney General the Attorney General is today, he is asking an accused person what it means when you say LC, an Attorney General of Ghana. And this is the guy who is supposed to prosecute Jakpa. And Jakpa is spending minutes trying to break down things and explain to the Attorney General of Ghana. This is the guy, Debia or she suit, Debia or she white chapel, Debia or chile nimpons, the name to Munkwasi Abrofo, me catch them say Wemono, they are YouTube lawyers. Attorney General Kwabruchi, case Ben Otomako Wina Abruchi, every case Kwabruchi will lose it. This shows you, say, they don't basically know the law. What they do is they shop for judges. They know which cases they win. They suppress the law. They make the law go in their favor because omo handle bibia or court. Into the utie ni nyina na eye Richard Jakpa is actually lecturing the Attorney General who is the prosecutor. But bibia emu odin ni nyamba when am achichi machiro into bobu to say hey na Attorney General na e dey nkrata ogina so ko gina court so obechi atoforsen ene sa Jakpa we atum every say nipa obechi atum ono na e kire o to kwan Jakpa ene e kire Attorney General ne to kwan na wo me na me kire o to kwan a me na me sa kire bebi also twa to because in the first place you don't know where your asshole is. I will have to show you where your asshole is before I show you where to take a shit. Into Jakpa no is teaching Attorney General. After that the Jakpa will have to tell Attorney General what to do. When you Godfred na mo hailing wo Ghana na mo mienko eni na mo ntie de that Godfred eye yenko enim ye dwudwam
at the go. No, government has a bulk contract of 15.8 million euros. Now this contract will become the ambulance will become in tranches of 50 ambulances. So you establish your LC for the 50. When that 50 have been delivered and everything sorted out and handed over, another LC is established for another subsequent 50 until you finish all the 200. That is what the contract says. So the LC that was established.
Even then, hold on. I don't agree with your explanation. But even then, this your explanation. That's not what happened in this case.
Okay, what happened?
Yeah, that's not what happened. Yes, because the LC was established even before pre-shipment inspection.
Yes.
No, sir.
Yes.
There was no pre-shipment inspection. So, so it means there was no basis for the LC to be established in the first place.
No.
That's really not your problem anyway.
Right, that place, in that particular place, you are getting it wrong. If you may have patience for me to explain to you.
No.
You are getting it wrong there because when you establish LC, the LC had conditions precedent for it to be honored. And the condition precedent states that you can only cash the LC when you present shipping documents, which is bill of lading, to the Ghana International Bank of the buyer before the LC can be honored. So even though the LC was established upon the signing of the contract, was supposed to be established upon the signing of the contract, it cannot be cashed or honored. It becomes a form of security for the supplier to invest his own money. And when he ships the ambulances, he can then send a bill of lading to your bankers to then honor the LC, because that is a condition precedent.
But in any case, in this case, even the LC was actually cash. Everything. That payment was actually made before the goods were shipped.
No.
The goods got to Ghana.
No.
Oh yeah.
He couldn't have the supply. There is no way under the sun he could have cashed the LC before the shipping document, which were condition precedent, was presented to Ghana International Bank. Even when he presented the document to Ghana International Bank refused to honor the LC, raising issues of discrepancy, which came back to Bank of Ghana, which later went to the Ministry of Health, and then Animana authorized Bank of Ghana through Ministry of Finance to pay because they had sorted out the discrepancies with Big C. That time, around this time, all policies had already arrived in Ghana. You are not privy to this one, I'm telling you.
In my view, if we agree to this theory, it's so simple, the theory of the case.
Not agree to the way you want to go, the way you want to go about it.
So let's agree. Let's describe it that way. Let's describe it that way. Do you want to go about it?
Okay,
if you
fine.
agree to it this way, for me, it makes it simple.
Yes, it will make
it doesn't also involve. It doesn't involve any difficulty for you.
Yes, I understand your point. That it doesn't.
When you say there's no advancement, yes. When you say there's no advancement, ordinarily meaning in Ghana that you don't pay until you get your goods. The contract here, even the clear terms, unless maybe you guys did not draft the contract, it says LCs on site of goods shall be established upon the signing of the contract for every future.
No, the contract was drafted by government. It was done by government.
Oh, yes.
And it was an AG department perused the contract and approved the contract for government.
It is not a problem whether they approve it. Every contract is actually approved before later when they implement it. Then problems.
You see, what the difficulty I have with your position is that, you see, frankly speaking, fine, as you are saying, if I agree to your position, how you want to go about it and how you want me to go about my answering questions and things, if I go by that way, frankly speaking, I'll be dishonest, because I know that is not how it's supposed to be, and I'll be dishonest in such a way that I'll be assisting for someone I know is completely innocent about this. For example, Atu Forsen, to be jailed because I knew something was wrong, was not the way, and I decided to keep quiet and to answer the question in a way that will make your case better for you to jail him. I'll be battling with my conscience. That is the problem I'm having. Anytime you bring up this issue with Yoni Kulendi, when I went to Yoni Kulendi's place, anytime you bring this issue, that is my problem I'm having. Me to go about my answering questions and things. If I go by that way, frankly speaking, I'll be dishonest, because I know that is not how it's supposed to be, and I'll be dishonest in such a way that I'll be assisting for someone I know is completely innocent about this. For example, Atu Forsen, to be jailed because I knew something was wrong, was not the way, and I decided to keep quiet and to answer the question in a way that will make your case better for you to jail him. I'll be battling with my conscience. That is the problem I'm having. Anytime you bring up this issue with Yoni Kulendi, when I went to Yoni Kulendi's place, anytime you bring this issue, that is my problem I'm having. Because me, for example, I am in this case because I'm innocent and I'm going through ordeal. So I'm looking at another person also going to go through ordeal, and through me, because I know the truth and I decide not to say it because I want to help the AG make his case.
Now,
and I asked
so after explaining the letter of credit, I didn't say won't I didn't know. And I feel Attorney General catch the accused person say, "Unim, the can in a womb." Nemo no sank out to me. I was something said, yeah, and Casasabronka, the bit my innocent cow and cow who song. Till after Jackpa explained it, Attorney General Godfred say, "Unim, letter of credit, any IFN LC, any lead bill of lading, I didn't know, a chere say, as some okay, and no crack geno." Attorney General catch the Jackpa say, "Oh, dear, as some can mum the Nina womb now, Emono, a person or no person can summon over can away, I know, or no Attorney General Kujina Quarter, and obet me amana koyi amano se ne be ya jakpa ne de ne ho mbem kase na nka atene general eye atofos na nka o se nka ne ho kodim eho ena jakpa ka che ne se bema ade a opese me ye a eboa o ma wo asem ne ye de ma o ma ne koyi ma wo no saa de no ma me ye a ma dwene mu no entene me efri se minim pefese atofos ndi bone me so mindi bone ntina de me gina ha me defend me ho na sa ugina fon so ka kire me se sebio asem no me kan say na sebio en favor wo asem na obeka no court abra me ye accused atofos so ye accused asesi ade o pa ka kire me se me nkodi atro na sebio atofos mom ne hu nka adwaem na me de me nante me ye nipa ade ne me ko ya ene ma adwene ebedi ntanta ene ma adwene beko me ntumi nye ene jakpasa ka kire se asem we waka saa embre dodo sen na yakọ yoni kulendi fia waka saa asem na me se me ngintum it na jakpa no confirm say this wasn't the only conversation they've had. It means say they've had several conversations yoni kulendi fie because na jakpa ka kire attorney general Godfred say this is not the first time I will be some say me nya saade wa me se me ntumi nye yakọ yoni wakọ meeting several times me ehokra maka kire wo say sa atro ya wo se me nkodi nto atoforsen so no me ntumi ndi because me nipa me ntumi nkoka asem emam sebio me yi me ho na atoforsen nkode fiase abra me nim se me twatro Godfred dame ejina phone so sanka obi a enye sa plot na wafa anka de nkoso ka che eye Richard Ofon say hey Richard now dey na kire say atoforsen onifo but Godfred dame knew or knowing Atoforsen wasn't guilty, he could not interject. He could not tell Richard, Richard, what you are saying, Atoforsen is guilty. But because Godfred knew Atoforsen wasn't guilty, he could not say anything. Because Godfred position and say, do what I want for me so that Atoforsen will be locked up. And then at the end of the day, I can set you free. But I can't catch that if it's Atoforsen only for. Sanka Atoforsen different Godfred Becker on phone say you know the evidence is showing clearly say Atoforsen is guilty but na Godfred nim say and he knows for a fact to say only that evidence to prosecute or jail Atoforsen and na jakpa catch and say massa we attorney general me school you on this whole process o pese me ya de bia me ntumi nye me no akoyoni kulendi kura fie several times ema what catch them say me nkodi atro me ntumi ndi me ntumi nkoka samon to atoforsen so atoforsen nko jail enti dia wo kan de entumi emma so momento aso na menjudwam we Godfred dame
you pay so that's fine so this one was even just by the way
I better for you to jail him I'll
for later when they implement it and problems
you see what the difficulty I have with your position is that you see frankly speaking, fine, as you are saying, if I agree to your position, how you want to go about it and how you want me to go about my answering questions and things, if I go by that way, frankly speaking, I'll be dishonest because I know that is not how it's supposed to be. And I'll be dishonest in such a way that I'll be assisting for someone I know is completely innocent about this. For example, Atoforsen, to be jailed because I knew something was wrong, was not the way, and I decided to keep quiet and to answer the question in a way that will make your case better for you to jail him. I'll be battling with my conscience. That is the problem I'm having. Anytime you bring up this issue with Yoni Kulendi, when I went to Yoni Kulendi's place, anytime you bring this issue, that is my problem I'm having. Because me, for example, I am in this case because I'm innocent and I'm going through ordeal. So I'm looking at another person also going to go through ordeal and through me because I know the truth and I decide not to say it because I want to help the AG make his case. And I ask myself, what is my interest in it?
I'm not asking you to really help me. I'm just going by the top. Anyway, so that's fine. So this one was even just by the way.
I hope you get my difficulty bring this issue. That is my problem I'm having. Because me, for example, I am in this case because I'm innocent and I'm going through ordeal. So I'm looking at another person also going to go through ordeal and through me because I know the truth and I decide not to say it because I want to help the AG make his case. And I ask myself, what is my interest in it?
I'm not asking you to really help me. I'm just going by the top. Anyway, so that's fine. So this one was even just by the way.
I hope you get my difficulty.
It's on the phone. I don't even know that.
Oh no. No, don't worry about that. And I'm going through ordeal. So I'm looking at another person also going to go through ordeal and through me because I know the truth and I decide not to say it because I want to help the AG make his case. And I ask myself, what is my interest in it?
I'm not asking you to really help me. I'm just going by the top. Anyway, so that's fine. So this one was even just by the way.
I hope you get my difficulty.
It's on the phone. I don't even know that.
Oh no. Don't worry about that.
Where Godfred Dame admitted to guilt. On say Godfred Dame, akwaneka semin to me nye, and that is against my conscience. What just not of Godfred Dame kan? Also, anyway, by the way, let's go. But I don't even know who is on the phone recording. So at that moment, Godfred Dame, his intent, he knew that he was committing a crime. For him to even say, he doesn't even know who is at the end recording. No? He knows or he knew that the action he was taking was against the ethics. He knew he was committing a crime. Because the free and nobody and a man who intent to win the team. For the Attorney General to even say, it's just by the way, I don't know who is recording. He knows that he's not supposed to talk to the accused person. He knows. So from that moment, everything that he was doing, it was deliberate. He knew he was committing a crime. So it was a crime he had planned and he was doing. Because Sawunim said, why are you worried that somebody is recording you? If you know, say, only Obi Kasa of phone, so a brand lawyer or why, you will not be scared that somebody's recording because his lawyer is also on the line. But because you know the rule, you know the law, you know the consequences, on the phone, you were now asking the person indirectly, say, are you not sure somebody's recording us? Because what we are doing is illegal. Godfred Dame was telling the man that we are doing an illegal thing here. Are you sure? Can I trust you that nobody's recording us? That alone there, Godfred Dame needs to go to jail. Because the intent there, he knew what he was doing. He was not basically in ignorant about what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. And nothing on Okofa recording bem. Because so Nim said he will not say, I don't think anyone is recording or somebody's with you. Because Nim say Emrane man who quite say on phone so no accused person and casa without the knowing of the accused person's lawyer. He knew that the decision or the conversation he was having, the conversation he was having at that moment was a criminal conversation. It was against his office, and that if he's caught, he has to spend time in jail, he has to resign, he has to be sacked. He knew it. Onimboni anaodi. The Attorney General Godfred Dame or Crown 4 and NPP 4, as we speak today, they are trying to set up Yoni Kolendi. You know why? Because Yoni Kolendi recently spoke about a judgment against Anas. And right now, Ekufuado and Yoni Kolendi and the clique, Ekufuado and his clique, they're against Yoni Kolendi. So at this point, what they will do now, they'll push Yoni Kolendi under the bus. And in their statement, Yoni Kolendi's house, Yoni Kolendi's house. But the Attorney General, who is a member or an interest party in this case, he is supposed to be looked at. Now, Muntie de Godfred Dame Sakaye and see you. And when a chess Attorney General, we saw Bagana Beam, not a way Attorney General, Ekufuado or see a channel. Or see a channel near Yamono, near Yadden Petit Ayadi and Banchaso, na Efifi. Because nowhere in this world will anybody sit and just justify this. Momentie the rest of the conversation.
You pick
this issue up several times. And I keep telling you that I can't do that because it doesn't sit well with me.
Look at the terms of contract. The terms of contract are simple. It is on size of established upon the side of the contract for every with us.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah.
It's for every. So when you see the hand for every 50 ambulance, means that it's not only the 50.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
For every, it means that it is not only 50.
All right.
Mean that there are a lot of 50s that will be following. So that is what I was trying to explain to you. So frankly speaking, the LC that was established was as a security for the supplier to invest his own money since there's no advance.
Yes, it is the same that was used to pay. Because LC was the means of payment and the agreement.
Yes. When the conditions precedents are met.
Which is what? That agrees that they have some documents.
That he has the bill of ladings, the ambulance have been shipped, and the bill of ladings are presented. That is when you can catch the LC. So until you ship the ambulances,
And indeed
you
it
can't
was
catch
done.
the ambulance. You can't catch the LC.
Was that? It was done in this case also.
Yes, in this case, yes. When he shipped the
Anyway.
ambulances, he then presented their documents to Ghana International Bank, and then Ghana International Bank refused to honor the LC and raised issues of discrepancies, which was later cleared by Animana at the Ministry of Health for payment to proceed. And that is how he was paid.
Yes.
So, if frankly speaking, if there's somebody who authorized this payment to go on, even though in Ghana International Bank raised issues of discrepancies, it's Animana. He was authorizing those payments.
But you in quote when you heard the Bank of Ghana officials and the Minister of officials and even Setepe say that no payment can go on except with Minister of Finance authorization. There's no way Minister of Health will authorize. In fact, Minister of Health actually even their letter they said no, they should go ahead and produce ambulances.
No, after that letter that Sheraite wrote that they should suspend production and those things was contrary to the terms of the contract. And that letter went to your office, the AG's office, and the AG debunked that letter and wrote his legal opinion and told her that they should proceed. So AG, that letter had been destroyed by your department, by your ministry. So that letter is of no value. It is the AG's legal opinion that overrode that letter. And Ministry of Finance had to implement the AG's opinion.
Yeah, and by the AG's legal opinion, the terms of contract will be honored.
Yes.
Or the terms of contract will breached.
And because they were already breached, and the AG wanted them to honor it. So that Sheraite's letter that you want to rely on is of no value.
They honor it. Honor the terms of contract.
The ministry. Yeah, they did. They still didn't honor some part of the contract. They honored the LC part, but when it came to the pre-shipment inspection, they refused to honor that particular part.
Okay.
So they waived their right to go and inspect, and then they turn around and blame people for you not going to inspect to rectify any manufacturing defect that the pre-shipment inspection was meant to cure. So Sheraite, through her negligence and refusal to implement the pre-shipment inspection, created this problem. That's what I was trying to head.
So the reason for that is that's my timetable for the rest of the.
That means that you are not going to be around.
So, yeah. And then even next week, the whole of next week, I'll not be around. If there's a way of, if you will not even finish next week, I would appreciate.
No, I'll not finish next week. I don't think I'll be able to finish because the documents are many. So you will surely go and come and meet me.
No,
but that will also depend upon the judge's behavior.
You can bring one medical excuse next week.
Okay. Okay, fine. If you bring a medical excuse next week.
I think you. How can I bring medical excuse?
No, you are saying that I should bring a medical excuse next week.
You can if you want.
But brother, you want this one to issue bench warrant for me again?
Right. Anyway.
Because you can see that I was really in admission, struggling for my life, and she issued bench warrant for me to be arrested, and my name was put everywhere.
That's right.
Now, if I go and do another one, as you are saying, my brother, this woman will issue another bench warrant for me and destroy the little of my reputation left.
Now, the most dangerous part of this whole thing is, Attorney General Jakpa say, you know something? So what Jakpa explanations are, they are even prosecuting the wrong person. Surely, they are prosecuting the wrong people. The people who are supposed to be to be diligent, the people who are supposed to pay attention to details when the contract was being signed, from the Ministry of Finance all the way down there, the people who are supposed to be held accountable for negligence, they are not even looking at those people. They are looking at the wrong people. It is a Jakpa explanation now. The Attorney General of Ghana, a political witch hunter. No matter what, they will find a way to jail him, because I would take Jakpa explanation now. Atoforce plays no role from the time the LC, the time the contract was signed. Atoforce's role is just a tiny bit. Shelley and Ananke also nipa, you're holding responsible for this. But you see, the Attorney General was substituting Shelley for Atoforce. In the case now, the role and also Shelly Aite, Shelly, may her soul rest in peace. A play no. Shelly only one hour winning. They want to force and place at force in there. And Nuntina, the guy is telling Godfred Dame say, where you are going is the wrong place. Because the person you are even going after, they don't play any significant role. Now, young fan on chain. The latter part of the conversation, and then it's dangerous, no. And then, Anka also Godfred Dame will do Ghana and then go see action. You handcuff and you go to jail. Because or dangerous, Godfred Dame is a poisonous human being. Godfred Dame cases are waiting as an attorney general. We need to relook at them again. Because yeah, can has Aquaway a demon when it comes to deliberately destroying people's life. No, it is not wrong. Eh? The latter part of the conversation, then I go for Dame catch Aquan. Okay, unim next week in Kako quarter, ana Chinako quarter, and Kawasam no men Kawasam win Kim every time person to quine. Or no catch accusing or person or prosecuting and say. Me pese me ya de bi ntu de nka ukogina witness box ma de chia wasam no manya ni tietia ma nya tenten efri say me pese me tu kwan Ghana taxpayer na di tua Godfred Dame wo. Every second he spent in court we pay this dwarf, but at the court at the phone so and ade ani so ye no or commit crime no or say commit crime after the crime or catch accused ni say so ukotena de kema men wie wasam ne ntem because pese me tu kwan. Inti Ghana for no more Jimmy. O metua meka abra metu kwan kra nti de tena ho na keka nsam. O wie no ka kira accused person say jakpa ende ye bibie for medical excuse bra. Ena jakpa say attorney general wo mom na o yare abeso de medical excuse. But say dabi tro medical excuse for bra. This is the attorney general of Ghana telling an accused person say go and cook up illegal document and bring. Lie to the courts. Lie to the people of Ghana. This is the Attorney General who is the Minister of Justice, who is supposed to make sure the rule of law. Amanfwe di mraso. What you just heard, it is Attorney General ato tuwa koma armed robbers say, Monkora mukobo ofuriata tuwo, muria, monfa tuwo ni mrame. It is the same. The Attorney General, the oti yana oka chire jakpa se, jakpa mumu enkofa medical excuse mbra no fambra court so oyare. Abra jakpa yare, jakka kachira ne se, imbebi kwa na me yare no sa judge we, or the warrant to me so anko ogume ni mase. And Attorney General so men fi judge no. Kona sa ko tro fake document ne safa bra, ne ka chire court sa oyare. Me se the Attorney General ye no, eti se eye the Attorney General wato tuo. Edema am robbers omo kobo kufu adu tributu, omo wi a omo mbra no defend omo. This is what he is doing. And so uye Ghana ni na ujina TV so jina radio so. Now you are trying to defend Godfred Dame, this man. Send uye Ghana ni na se ende ujina TV so. Ende ujina TV so. Catch them say, let me defend this guy. Adentra Obitano. The NPP came back with a press conference. One Kasaye, Frank Davis, ono ne ko wi GFF sika $100,000. Frank Davis, and they say ono na ye MPP for party no lawyer. Ono de be respond here. Na wutie in summer Frank Davis sika or see tape na me no mienu tie ye na ya record Godfred Dame or say doctored or say NDC for the Omonsaka. So Frank Davis said tape doctored. Uncle for original tape them bra. More. It is these are the people. And the utina na bia no kasa osian Godfred Dame yetan Godfred Dame na ba o mia kura be wini power Godfred Dame betwa so ay Attorney General wo hu asama na meka kire mo hu asama de bia metena aka kire mo sa wo ka kire me say ba o mia ba oni nipa foforo bi na be kire Ghana wo ya boa o ada asama na na bibie na no kan na o TV so o say Godfred Dame so we di boni o Mahamudu ba o mia kura ba obe consider Godfred Dame as Attorney General manatwa so it means say nipa na ye bom 2020 no they are not ready to let you know who and who committed the crime. Oma ye ku omo e Ghana oma ye ko bom die mutuo e Techiman South oma ye ba ayawa so West Wagon sa nyoma ni nyina no Godfred Dame na te so. And it's not a bit to be here and I say Mahamudu Bawumia Krab be president. Godfred Dame will still sit at the Attorney General's office because they be an omni say Omwana esa change your mudin abedi Bawumiechi abekacha say Toma Bawumia na Bawumia is different. Now realistically, I would like to talk to the judge of this case. You see, Madam Anna Justice Ifia Sewa Asari Buchi. What I want to say to this woman is simple. Me call law school. I wrote my LSAT 2014 was a day. This case, Madam Judge, this case, it will either make you or destroy you. Whatever you have built as a legal practitioner, as a woman, as a mother, as a wife, as a judge, this case, it will either destroy every single thing you have done, or it will elevate you to the next level in your life as a sitting judge. I'm telling you. I'm not going to sit here and criticize you. No. I'm not going to sit here and tell Ghanaians you're a bad judge. No. But you are a Ghanaian like myself. We are Ghana need to say me. Oh, yeah, mame. You also live in this country. The level that these people have denigrated the judiciary. The level that the Attorney General today has dragged the image of the judiciary through the toilets. Thesis, the disrespect and the denigration. Godfred and his group of clowns, how they have hijacked our courts and making some judges look like dogs because they believe that power is all that they have and can use to determine people's future. Madam, with all due respect, this case you are sitting on, the things you are hearing in court, the evidence you are seeing, the facts that you are reading, and the statements from accused, the prosecutor, the defendants, you as a Ghanaian, this case, with all due respect, madam, it will either destroy you totally or make you live a standard that no Ghanaian can touch. Me a politician, and every single Ghanaian today, they won't go school that cry in the same way. Your family members are watching you. Your colleagues are watching you. The people you eat with, the people you dine with, the people who hold you in high esteem, the people who respect you, the people who at a time, any day, would stick their neck out for you. All these people are watching you. And Ghanaians as a whole, we are all watching you. If you jail at forcing, the consequences are there for all of us. If you don't jail at forcing, the consequences are there for all of us. All that you need to do is to look at the facts. Jakpa, in your courtroom, told you to put on record that the Attorney General has committed a crime. He has produced evidence. You can choose to ignore it. You can choose to say it is the NDC that released it. You can choose to say because the prosecutor, the Attorney General is part of the judiciary and you work for Madam Tokonu, so you will bend the law and make sure the Attorney General works and then prosecute an innocent man. God is watching you. I am watching you. The whole of Ghana, they are watching you. The world, wherever you travel to, your name as Madam Justice Ifia Sewa Asare, your husband's name that has been placed on your name, your decision will at the end of the day elevate that name or it will drop it into the deepest shithole. The decision is up to you to make. My name is still intact. People you work with, the people you go to church with, your friends, your family, they all have their names intact. You have built this from scratch. I don't know your history. I don't know your record. But I know for a woman to move through the ranks to get here, it means you have gone through a lot. Emotionally, physically, everything to get to this point. If you allow politicians to destroy whatever you have built from day one, it's not going to affect or destroy only you as a person. It is going to destroy your children's future. I'm not going to defend Atoforsen. The facts will have to defend Atoforsen. I'm not going to write your judgment for you. The facts in front of you will do that job. But Amenoka said the Ghana Nibian what the Attorney General has done. In any serious country, you will be calling the Attorney General to step away from this case. Because Jakpa said, put everything that he said on record. your judgment, it will include this statement from Jagba. You cannot tell me you are going to write a judgment without considering that statement that you put on record. No. We saw what Justice Gunyuniga did. Today, we don't even remember his name in the corridors of our judiciary. We have seen corrupt judges come, and today we don't even remember them. You have the opportunity to save your integrity and save the judiciary of this country. You are older than Justice. You are older than the Attorney General. You were in this before he came in. Your life is this. If you miss this shot, that's the end of you. The respect your parents, your family, they have, all because of the ranks you have gone through to get to this point. If you want to throw it to the dogs, it's up to you. It's not me. And I'm not in a position to speak harsh, insult you, tell Ghanaians that you can't do your job. You know your job. You know what is right. It is between you and what you have done. So we as Ghanaians, and the Ghana Nibian in the same way, and Obianim say you are in charge. Every single person. If you are going to follow politicians, if you are going to follow calls from the Jubilee House, if you are going to listen to the Chief Justice, if you think you are going to do something to please men, at the end of the day, we sleep with our heart and we talk to our heart. It is only God who judges man. I have seen judges put out judgment that are not favorable. I remember Tachuchi Kata, the judge who judged Tachuchi Kata. She got mad before she died. That is how this world works. I am not in a position to discredit you. What I can say is we have seen attorney generals. We have seen credible people. This Godfred is a disease. And if you don't take care, you will go down with him because now he smells. Now there are feces around him. The political insects are around him. He's going down the drain. It will be better for you to tap his hand off you. If you don't take care, if you are not very careful, Godfred Dame will go down with you. If you are not careful, politicians will destroy whatever you have built. And you see, I want to say this to Judge Kulendi. You are an embarrassment to Ghana judiciary. You are a Supreme Court judge, for crying out loud. You have done a lot in your past. And some people genuinely forgave you. Some people sat down and said, Kulendi, humans make mistakes. I'm one person who have been on you for some time. But I thought that you going to the Supreme Court was a new beginning. I thought that you, at the end of the day, stepping up to be at the Supreme Court was something that genuinely you wanted to help this nation. If I were you, I would have resigned a long time ago. You have allowed Godfred Dame to taint your reputation since you came to the Supreme Court. At this point, you are a witness in a criminal case. There's no way this case can be called or judged without you sitting in a witness box. How did we get here that a Supreme Court judge today is a witness or is a witness who is supposed to make sure a case comes to an end? How did we get here? Why is the Ghana Bar Association quiet? Why is the Supreme Court quiet? Why is the Chief Justice quiet? These are serious times. We should not allow politicians to destroy everything. I kept saying from day one until the judiciary, you, the leading members of the judiciary, detach yourself from the executive, politicians, the Attorney General's office. They will end up destroying all of you. 90% of the judges in Ghana, majority of you guys who were doing good today have all been tainted. Godfred Dame is sabotaging judges. He's using tapes, videos, audios against judges and getting dubious judgments. This is what we need to stop. You are in our history books as one of the Supreme Court judges who basically was part of the Attorney General's scheme, corrupt scheme, to do what? To coerce, to do what? To confuse, to force accused persons to admit to what is not right. This is your legacy. Justice Kuneli Timbila, this is your legacy now. How are you going to defend yourself? How are you going to move away from this? You people have deceived this country. You have disappointed with the young ones. The judiciary today is basically a crime scene. I am so ashamed of you. You know the consequences. You are not even supposed to call for a meeting. It does not matter whether your wife or your brother. You are not supposed to be calling a meeting between an Attorney General and an accused person in your home. Godfred Dame, his tactics is to buy judges. I remember a case, Opuni review case. Godfred Dame made sure that time na enin Chief Justice Enin. He wasn't in Ghana. This Godfred Dame guy went to a Supreme Court judge's office. I came to break the story that Godfred Dame, that is what he does. Otumima emma any judge koda no record it, no use against the judges. Otumi shada will become a judge sika no record no we use against the judge. That is what Sankuma, Godfred Dame, these boys, that is what Gabi Ochedaku, that's what they do. Today, see what they have done to you. We keep advising you people. We keep telling you people. In fact, to be very honest with you, this guy is the worst attorney general in the history of this republic. So Ghana and I as a nation, if we really want to go forward and trust the judiciary again, this fool should not come back and sit in the attorney general's office. It's a disgrace to our judiciary. Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo is an imposter. He's a criminal. He's not a lawyer. He does not believe in the rule of law. We are the people. We have the power. This guy needs to be stopped. This guy, Godfred Dame, he needs to be stopped. He needs to be prosecuted. He is a liar. He's a criminal. He is a thief. He has been caught on tape directing a witness, an accused person to go and lie so that a fellow Ghanaian will be jailed. Are you crazy? Are you mad? Are you not human? Don't you have kids? Don't you have empathy? What kind of human being are you? What about them? What do you mean? We gave you power to use to protect the people, and those who have legally committed a crime, you use the same power to punish them. Why are you twisting the law? Why are you using against people? Because of politics. After this short break, I'll pick about 3 calls and end today's show. You're still watching with all respect to the version.
We've always sung the first stanza of our national anthem, which asks for God's blessing on our homeland, Ghana. And it enjoins us to resist oppressors' rule. Many have not taken the time to observe the second stanza of our national anthem, and the lyrics bear reflection. It says, "Hail to thy name, O Ghana. To thee we make our solemn vow, steadfast to build together a nation strong in unity, with our gifts of mind and strength of arm, whether night or day, in mist or storm, in every need, whatever the call may be, to serve thee, Ghana, now and forevermore." This stanza calls for a nation strong in unity and enjoins us with our gift of mind and strength of arm to serve our motherland, Ghana, now and forevermore. Stanza of our national anthem, which asks for God's blessing on our homeland, Ghana. And it enjoins us to resist oppressors' rule. Many have not taken the time to observe the second stanza of our national anthem, and the lyrics bear reflection. It says, "Hail to thy name, O Ghana. To thee we make our solemn vow, steadfast to build together."
Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.